kings do now grow. Tangents now soar.
Hello, everybody. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good everything that you have wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Monday Discussing Tangent King show. My name is Helzo, and I am the bearded Balkan Blabbermouth. Thank you all for being here. We are at episode 17. We're almost of legal age, and I cannot believe that we lasted this long. But anyways, we're still going through. This is the Christmas week. Merry Christmas week, and Merry Christmas to those who celebrate from now on and all the days of Christmas that we have. I wish you all that you're having a great time. You're having a great celebration with your family, with your loved ones, and may it continue to be so throughout the entirety of the year that remains and the next year. Today, we have a legendary show, if I think, because we continue to talk about stuff that involve AI, gaming, some more saucy topics, some more, let's say, sensitive stuff, and we continue to honor our YouTube overlords with our inclusive show because we are from around the world. So with that said, let's get right to the chat, because who else but to watch us and to comment and to enjoy our show. Welcome to the dignified cartoon gentleman who is right next to me. Welcome to Evie. Welcome to Just a Quiet Peaceful Dance. Welcome to Arinia. I hate the ad infestation. I will not stop saying that. Welcome to Saint Hugo. Cancel this podcast. Roger, all of the panelists are here. Welcome to Lord Triton. Welcome to me, and welcome to you all. I hope you have a good show. We're here to entertain you. We're here to make you think, to make you have all sorts of feelings, because that's what we do. And with that said, I would like to introduce the panel, starting with the dignified cartoon gentleman next to me, the dignified cartoon gentleman.
Well, hopefully you can all hear me. Otherwise, I'm going to have to switch computers. Mainly because of the fact that, folks, I finally figured out the problem with my audio. I have to get rid of the AI noise cancellation, but keep everything else.
Damn AI!
The freaking clankers, man!
Damn clankers!
Exclusively. But it is great to see everyone. Good news on my end. I'm only 2 subs away from 290, and in the last 48 hours, Digny has managed to get just over 3,000 views, which is a new record for the network. Apparently, Jose, Tim Pool opposing Candace Owens' accusations as commentary chaos reigns has gotten 2,000 views, mostly in the past 12 hours, which is fantastic. And also, a recent video from Triton's Crazy Crew Sunday show also got over 2,100 views in regards to Boogie 2988's Tramadol meltdown, in which we laugh at a fat retard. But it's great to be here, folks.
Oh man, the guys with tiny hats are going to come at me and Triton. You know that, right? The guys with tiny hats don't like me and they don't like Triton. They're going to come at us.
Well, I think I'm going through. I call it the Cater effect, folks, because it's the only example I've seen of this is from a creator called Cater, who started his YouTube channel, and almost as soon as he started it, he made content, and it flew under the algorithmic radar. So it goes to show, just like with myself, because I started my channel at the last day of May of this year. So my channel is very, very young. We started doing videos in July, but we started the network in September. And I personally think the longer a creator is on YouTube, the more of a digital footprint they have on the platform, because they do keep archives and histories and records. And the larger that footprint, the more the algorithm can analyze and boost you if you're watching and saying stuff they like, or boost you and suppress you, or just wipe you out if you're watching things and saying things that the system doesn't like. So we're having a bit of a Cater effect, and fingers crossed we can pull off another Cater, because that man has gone from nowhere to everywhere in the past 18 months. I don't think I'll do that well. No. But it's great to be here. We've got lots of wonderful topics to go through, and I'm sure we'll have a fantastic show. As for Galaxy Red is not here because he, like myself, tinkered with his settings, but while I managed to fix my audio issue, he blew his computer up.
Yeah, this has been
Right.
going around, by the way, and I have suspicions that something is happening, and some people are going to be like coerced into buying new video cards at the updated prices.
Yeah, it's just like the
insane,
planned
though.
obsolescence of a cell phone.
Because this is the 5th time in the last week I've heard of a creator having PC issues and potentially burning their PC. So
And
this is weird.
they're all desktops as well, right? All of them.
I'm a laptop
Go
guy.
ahead, Roger. I see you have a new setup. Did you eat your old one?
No, it's not really a new setup.
Why did you have to second guess yourself to answer that?
You know what? I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm just very, very forgetful when it comes to this stuff. I tend not to remember when I had a big meal.
Well, I would certainly remember eating a house, but go ahead, Roger. How have you been?
Can't really complain too much. Starting at the beginning of the year, I will be starting up a new job, which is going to be very significant increase in what I'm currently getting paid, because Pizza Hut don't pay for shit. But I can honestly say it will be third. It'll be third shift, so it'll work during the night, so it will not interfere with me continue to come onto the show.
Excellent. Well,
congrats.
Well, congratulations being hired by the Central Intelligence Agency. I think you'll make a fantastic agent for their alphabet agency, and I am very confident that after every Monday show in 2026, you will file a report with the CIA, and they will give you a massive paycheck of $7,000 per report, Roger. So that's very good. If you get the reference, then great. If you don't, you're a furious Dan. Jose, how have you been since we last had a good talk?
Very poor, but things are looking up. Despite working 3 jobs, they're all slow around this time of year. But my boss did give me an advance, so I'll still have lights and heat during the Christmas season. But I am enjoying the Christmas season at least somewhat. Not the traffic, not the old people out that don't belong outside, that only come out during Christmas, but the leftists in Atlanta that are happy holidays people, and the look on their face when I say the words Merry Christmas is just a thing of beauty. I saw some old lady who voted for Kamala Harris. I saw her soul leave her body because I said the words Merry Christmas. It was a beautiful thing. Luckily, she's too old to lift a brick to throw at me. So there is that. So I'm just glad to be here. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, fuck you. But no, that's besides the point. I'm having a good time. I'm having a better time than someone who's as poor as me should be having, including the fact that my girlfriend's coming over tomorrow. So it will be a Merry Christmas. Fa la 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 la.
Back
la,
the
la, la.
house.
Yes.
Excellent. Most excellent. Well, hopefully you can all hear us all. Hopefully we sound perfectly fine.
Yeah, you sound better than normal.
Oh, excellent. Most excellent. That's
The
wonderful.
apocalypse is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is. But before today's show, folks, we were actually talking a little bit about not about our topics because we don't like to repeat ourselves during conversations, but we were talking a little bit about PC upgrades, especially because in 2026, folks, prices are going to go up in almost every single category, except,
Oh, yeah.
in my view, laptops. Why? Because laptops are already too expensive and underpowered. So the chances of the prices increasing during a price hike are less likely. It could still happen, folks, but it is quite possible that it won't.
Full disclosure on that. I mean, I've sort of sworn by laptops for years because of the fact that prior to COVID, I was on the go a lot more. So it didn't make sense to have a desktop because for my line of work, I have to have access to a computer. But I typically go with Asus Republica Gamers laptops, and then I max out all the stats right away. Like whatever can be upgraded, I upgrade, and I don't have to worry about it again for like 8 to 10 years. And I did that last year, so I think I'm good to go for the next decade or so because I don't play any of this AAA brand new slop. And any game that's relatively new that I play, my computer can absolutely handle because I like games from people who like to optimize their games properly, like the people who worked on Clear Obscure Expedition 33.
Well
Oh,
said.
yeah.
Well said.
The evil
I
company that uses AI.
I got a
Look,
spicy
I was-
joke about their compression on Thursday that Digny cannot put in the clip because YouTube will nuke it.
Look, I was referenced in an article recently in which I was accused of being a humanity front terrorist or whatever it was.
Lord.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, no, it wasn't exactly that. I was like, Josh, this is a fantastic article. Then I read it. Why are you criticizing me?
Oh my god.
Oh, gee. But no, in all seriousness, I did find that funny. Hey guys, go check out this great article by Josh. Then I read it. But no, in all
And
in all
everybody
seriousness,
loved it, right?
It was nice to actually read something where I get referenced as a cartoon character. But our first topic, folks, is related to what's been going on with PC gaming. And the first topic, which I'm gonna write down for solid 15, is that 15?
Yeah.
Yep.
15 and a half minutes, and the title is the following, just to let all you guys and gals know. NVIDIA's Nitrogen exposed as AI replaces gamers. Now, this topic comes courtesy of our official host, Helzo, who will provide context and, showcase a source, and then we can all give our first impressions before we really delve into the topic. So go ahead, Helzo.
So I don't really know that we'll be able to figure out what's being said in this article because I personally couldn't. I had to use AI to help me get to the bottom of this topic. But this is NVIDIA's led Nitrogen, a generalist video gaming AI that can play any title. Research also has big implications for robotics. So what this software, what this product is basically it's being trained on over 40,000 hours of gameplay in 1,000 plus titles. Basically, this AI model has been extensively trained to play games instead of you. And I'm unclear as to why, apart from calling it the journal mode software, because I cannot, for the love of me, understand exactly why it is. But let's go through the article, and I do hope you understand more than I did. A diverse Yes, group of researchers from NVIDIA, Stanford, Caltech, and other institutions has introduced nitrogen. In a LinkedIn post on Friday, Jim Fan, NVIDIA director of AI and distinguished scientist, heralded nitrogen as an open source foundation model trained to play 1,000 plus games. However, the implications are much wider, spinning from game worlds into the real world, with sizable benefits for simulations and robotics. So, pause, big pause. So, this is a game. This is something that was trained to play games, 1,000 games. My mind stacks at least a third of those games as war games. Call of Duty games, Battlefield games, shooter games, sniping games, sneaking games, covert ops games, you name it. And it's being trained on them. And this is apparently going to be implemented into robotics.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
I'm gonna leave this for now. We're gonna go back to this. You could say the research presents an attempt to distill a GPT for actions. Thus, it is a kind of LLM machine learning breakthrough, applying this proven large-scale training tech beyond the fields of language and computer vision. That's a lot of words, by the way. Moreover, the pioneering building of generally capable embodied agents that can operate in unknown environments has long been considered a holy grail of AI research, asserts an introduction to the research paper. I didn't understand a word of what I just read. I just read words that I individually understand. Again, language is not English is not my first language, but to me, and I'm gonna share something else because I needed Grok's assistance. Yes, I needed AI's assistance to translate an article because I just didn't understand what's happening.
I honestly think that actions would speak louder than words, and a visual representation of this situation would be far better. And it's very ironic as I say that I'm getting the call, folks. I'm literally getting the call. Getting the call. What is this call? Okay. Yes.
What is this called?
Yeah. You want me to throw Jose under the bus? Fuck you. But no, go ahead. Make your point,
Grok said,
Helzo, and then I'll share my screen.
Yeah, what Grok said about like AI potentially, because when I read that article, I was like, okay, this is basically journal mode. This is basically if you're a game journal and you don't want to play the specific game, you can make AI play the game and share its thoughts on you. And the article does confirm it. Grok does confirm it. Yes, the article discusses AI called Nitrogen that can autonomously play over 1,000 video games, effectively demonstrating how AI can play games instead of humans. But this is the prompt I gave it. And now after reading it, now my concern immediately went as if this is installed into humanoid robotics. And on this note, I don't want to continue with the article because it's just more of the same. But what do you think some AI that can potentially be trained to simulate what is happening in ever so more realistic games? And I'm not talking about fantasy games. I'm not talking about dragons and stuff like that. I'm talking exactly like, be it racing games, be it flight simulator games, because that's also a part of the gaming community, albeit a little bit smaller. You have shooter games, you have covert operations, as I mentioned before. You have very realistic scenarios that have been depicted in a lot of video games, like Battlefield have been depicted a lot of very realistic situations in some of their games. So what do you think? And Digny, do share your screen because I'm sure it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. What's even more interesting is keeping two tabs on one screen because my eyesight is bad enough as it is. All right, then let's make this bigger. I wonder what that rhymes
That's what she
with.
said.
And we'll just press play. There you go.
This is AI.
Autonomous agent. Yep.
Yeah, this is AI playing The Witcher 3.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Please pause the video a little bit. I just want to share that Witcher 3's fighting style just want to share that Witcher 3's fighting style was mimicked very closely from real life fighting situations. This is during development. So this is again potential real life situations to be potentially installed into robotic bodies that would have the agility to do so without any human limitations. Continue.
I've recently played through Detroit Become Human. Do you know how we'll survive the opposition? We'll all have to become Elden Ring bosses. That's the only way we'll survive the brave new world. I'll have to have like 50 arms and a massive axe.
Oh boy.
Or maybe I can be one of those steel balls that'll just roll you over.
I wonder if it picked Yennefer over Triss. That's a good question.
That will determine if the AI is good or not.
And this is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep.
How big a dick did it give itself in Cyberpunk? That's the question.
There we go.
Give
It's
it
battling
Allen
flowers.
Wrench.
There's 9 solas. There's After Image.
Oh no.
There's Rocket League.
Yeah. Very
Supported by
agile.
Elton John, Rocket Man. Blasphemous. What else? Do I have any more? The Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
Oh boy. Yeah.
And it goes straight back to Witcher 3. So
3.
those are a few examples, folks. But there are plenty more. There are plenty more where that came from. And we joke about it, but if we're going to survive this brave new world, we will have to genetically engineer ourselves to become Elden Ring bosses.
Boy.
Well, with prosthetics and AI and bionics, we'll be able to become Elden Ring bosses, by the way. But apart from playing your games, it will also be learning to develop your games potentially, because now it's basically just copying and memorizing how the game mechanics work. And when it was potentially transmitted into the operating system of a robot, it will be able to mimic the moves.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one.
And we have already seen videos of China war robots and how they can catwalk, how they can fight, how they can jump. We have seen Boston Dynamics do parkour already without that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I'd just like to make a point, for the record. The only good thing about this is that it's open source, although I'm not the biggest fan of the idea of open source hardware or software, because it's basically a license for anyone to have it, and that's the point of an open source. But I will make it clear that we are approaching a level where in a decade we could get to the point where every robot has the capabilities of Geralt of Rivia. So we're all fucked.
Yep.
We're all fucked.
Yeah.
And if apart from Geralt of Rivia, it has the capabilities of probably the best marksman in video games, like in terms of shooting. And as I said, there are very realistic scenarios like games like Battlefield. Actually, at least they used, I don't know if they still do it, they used to go to trained professionals for recoil mechanics and stuff like that. And a lot of other games have done it as well, as to make the game more realistic. So this is something that, if it's abused, because AI is still a tool that is being used by humans. It is abused, and it is going to be abused. You can bet your ass is going to be abused.
Helzo, usually I'd be remiss to bring up breaking news on here, but because you just brought up Battlefield and Call of Duty, the Vince Zampella has reportedly been killed in a car crash at the age of 55. He was head of the studios that brought you Battlefield 6, Titanfall 2, Star Wars Jedi, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Shit.
So I hate to be insensitive, but did the Clankers get him? Is this the first victim in the Clanker War? When you mentioned,
no, this is just part of a greater effort to ensure Titanfall 3 never happens.
Well, I do have to say, on a serious note, condolences to him and his family. He's only 55 years old, and this is close to the Christmas season. It's terrible to lose anybody anytime, but especially around Christmas. So, condolences to him and his family. It's messed up, but this just happened about 45 minutes ago. I just brought it up because he brought up the shooter games that the AI is currently mastering are some of the games that he was a part of.
Man, it's fucked up. Condolences. Yeah, like we could joke about it because like it's important sometimes to bring humor into this stuff. But yeah, like what we joked about right now, by the way, the Clankers game map. This is probably not gonna be a joke. At this point.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no.
I mean, you know, here's the thing about it. There's already people that are worried about the fact that too many kids are playing shooter games and getting a sort of marksman training, you know, as it stands. So if you're worried about kids learning to become marksmen, why the are you teaching it to a bunch of AI learning robotics? Which, by the way, the AI in its infantile brain is like, you ever know that, you know how serial killers, they sort of start with ants and small bugs, and they go to larger animals and then to humans. Yeah. You don't think the AI is capable of doing the exact same thing? Like, hey, what happens if I do this in real world?
Also, don't forget one of the examples of the games that it showed that it trying to play was Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And one of the main things in Cyberpunk is being able to upgrade your body with robotic enhancements and everything, having blade arms, like missile launchers in your hands and everything like that. Yeah, that's just going to be another thing that'll be implemented into the cybernetic robotic AI bodies that will just be copying the stuff that they see in this stuff to just do even more extreme nonsense.
Look, I don't know what you guys are sounding the alarm about. I, for one, cannot wait to be farmed for energon by our Decepticon overlords.
I'll make this clear, folks. Detroit Become Human gave us until 2038. Cyberpunk 2077 gave us until 2077. It's getting to a point where these things could well manifest by the end of the decade, which is only 4 years away. The landscape is going to completely change, and it's going to start in the United States first. You will see the first wave effects of these innovations.
To be honest, the only thing that is currently basically saving us is that it's still general intelligence, which means that under the right circumstances, it can progressively think, but it's still under the monitoring and control of human input. That is the only thin veil that is currently standing between something that we're talking about. It's still human input. Yeah, it can imagine, it can expand upon a prompt, but it still doesn't have fully autonomous thinking process unless it's prompted to simulate something like that, again, by a human. That's the only thing that's keeping it.
I will say this, you know, at least from the early standpoints, as you said, Halzo, it is, for at least now, all intents and purposes, journalist mode. I know that Sony is also patenting a very similar technology for the PlayStation systems that will play your games for you. At which point I have to ask the question, why are you even buying a video game? Why are you even playing a video game? The whole point of a video game is for it to be interactive. But you know what's going to be really, I think, one of the worst parts, and I hate to, you know, rain on the parade of anyone who plays MMORPGs. You know, these advanced AIs are going to do all the farming, all the gold farming. You know, you're going to taste the hyperinflation in World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy 14, because these clankers are going to go out there, play the game, farm all the money, all right, farm all the mats, and you will be screwed while Ho Chi Minh Chao China spend. Hey, do you want to spend real life money for this in-game currency? Because for some reason China loves doing that. They have entire farms of you know, miners that they just chain to computers and have them do nothing but farm gold.
I can tell you exactly why. It's so that people can go, look, my AI got me the bigger number on here. That means mine's the best.
Exactly.
Just a second, guys. We have Des here. Hello, Des.
Hey, good to see you.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
How you been?
How's it going, brother?
We are having a positive first topic about the future of AI Doom.
It sounds pretty positive.
Yeah,
HIV positive.
I can't
IV positive.
I can't put Roger on the top shelf because he'll cause the ship to capsize. You're at the bottom.
Wow.
Okay?
So what you're saying is that we need to hire him at NVIDIA. That needs to be his new job.
Roger has a new setup because he ate his previous one. Okay,
Oh,
but it's
well,
great to have you
go
here,
friendly.
Des. We're talking about NVIDIA's Nitrogen exposed, because you always have to have that, exposed or explored
Mhm.
or opposed or some kind of big blanket term, as
Mhm.
AI replaces gamers.
Mhm.
What do you think?
Lovely. Oh, you must have seen what I tweeted. I don't understand what the fuck this is for.
Mhm.
Well,
Thought
it
we're
is
replacing you.
basically the nitrogen about like playing 40,000
Man.
hours on 1,000 titles.
There are some
Ye-
things that I just don't understand why they're making it.
Mhm.
And then it
Um,
just complicates all of these conversations because, like, what's going on right now with Expedition 33 and Larian, part of me
Which
wants to
will be
defend it. Part of me wants to be like, hey, this is fine because it's artists creating a product. But then at the same time, people use arguments. They like convolute everything. They use like the full argument that AI is bad and that's it. Period.
Yeah.
And then they bring up these things about Nvidia, and it's like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is for either.
well, one of the things that the article said is that it's also making a movement toward being
Well-
implemented in robotics and being trained on games such as Cyberpunk, Battlefield, The Witcher. And imagine having that knowledge of movements, recoil, shooting implemented into a robot body that would not have the same human limitations, potentially. This is one of the reasons, or you can think of the more innocent reason that is just going to make journals just bite their thumbs while the AI plays the games and writes their articles for the big
Oh,
media
money.
outlets.
You,
Yes,
you-
and we
Money.
have money.
you know.
We have money.
Go ahead.
And you get a cat. Thank you,
Oh,
Saint
boy.
Hugo. The AI, not LLM research projects aiming to emulate decision making are out there, but results are not yet that impressive or well public. The key word is yet, and the time frame about the yet becoming a fact are very, very short. But thank you, Saint Hugo. Thank you for
two
the
things-
5 legend.
I want to say, first of all, is that I just can't wait until some guy just crashes out because he's playing World of Warcraft and gets just bodied in Warsong Gulch by an all bot team. Like botting in competitive games is going to be 10 times worse in Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Battlefield, you name it. The botting is going to get out of control. But secondly, Des brings up an excellent point, and this is one of the problems in any of these AI topics is while there are some, I think, practical applications, there are a lot of batshit insane applications, but people are unwilling to look at the nuance and say, okay, this is a good thing, this is a bad thing, it's not all the way one or the other. But everybody looks at things in black and white. It's just like when Digny and John criticize Candace, they're automatically shilling for Israel, despite the fact that I make me mom died in the holly jokes during an entire
damn.
show.
I'll tell you this though, folks. I am a big Candace supporter because she's taking on my buddy Ben Shapiro. But in all seriousness, folks, I will make this very, very clear. As a humanity first, humanity front supporter, right here, right now, the clanks will not replace us. The clanks will not replace us. The clanks will not replace us.
He sounds like Shia LaBeouf. He will not divide us. We need a flag, a humanity first flag that you can hide from the clankers.
Right, because the point of this technology, even though it's open source, the most fundamental point about NVIDIA's Nitrogen, haha, nice play on words, right? It's very simple. It's for artificial intelligence to get essentially the training it needs to have itself be put into mechanical hardware bodies to replace not just gamers but human beings in every social strata, right? What happens, hello doggy, what happens to every group of people that are economically useless throughout history? It's simple. They get disposed of. And the moment we become as a race economically useless, we will be disposed of, folks.
It's dark and it sounds sensationalist, but if you just get down and you just start thinking, who the fuck is going to pay for people to just be chilling at home, living their lives for free?
Yeah.
The
Like,
universal
because
high
it sounds
income that Elon
it's
Musk
one
is
of the
talking
tough
about.
things about wanting to talk about this sometimes in my videos. I made one video which was the one on Netflix where I kind of just vented about some of these things, and even then I didn't let all of it out. Part of it I don't want to, because it's kind of like, oh, this dude is fucking crazy. But if you just, because of this, the way that it sounds sensationalist, but when you just sit down and you just start thinking, okay, so everybody's going to lose their jobs, there's not going to be enough money to go around, we're already fucked as it is. What's the future going to look like? Are these people really going to pay for me to just be unemployed? Of course not. Who the fuck?
not.
When?
Well, it's funny that you bring that up, Des, because about, I want to say, one of the earlier episodes of the show that John and I did, we did the math on Andrew Yang wanting to do universal basic income in the United States. And I mean, he basically said it. John says, oh, for a guy that's Asian, this guy's terrible at math, because the numbers to pay anyone over the age of 18 to sit on their ass $1,000 a week are mentally insane. This is impractical. Everyone, every time y'all bring it up, you indignate me. It's correct. No one is going to get paid to sit at home and do nothing. They are going to dispose of us. There is a reason why Canada has made, all right? And now it's being brought to the United States in Chicago and New York and the major cities. Hey, you're depressed? You can't pay your bills? Guess you'll die. And you know what the best part is? We'll put a clamp on your body.
Because I heard this on the grapevine, folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because all those who suffer from MAID, right?
Mm-hmm.
All their body parts get sold off to the highest bidder.
Exactly.
And there are indications moving forward, thanks to regenerative technology, that people's skin will be used as a form, using regenerative systems. The people's skin will be used for the clankers to essentially have them look like humans, straight out of something from Terminator, folks.
Yeah.
Which
Oh, yeah.
sci-fi
By the way,
universe do you
we-
guys like the most?
Yeah.
Like,
By the
just
way, we have
take your
something
pick.
that
Which
is
one you like the
really,
most?
none of the ones that matter in this
1984.
conversation.
If
but
I
we have
if I could
something very-
choose one,
Connor, you're really, really nervous right now.
if I
Go
could
ahead.
choose one, it would be the Stellar Blade one, because at least, I mean, we're all dead. We all become those monsters, right? But then we know that at least later on, there's going to be these incredibly hot women made out of synthetic whatever the fuck, going around and pretty much choking us out with their thighs. So that's pretty much what I'm in. That's the one I pick.
Yeah,
What's
that's
a
that's
skin-
actually a good way to go. Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the
that's
skin
There's worse
made
ones.
out
Like
of?
the
Made
Terminator one
victim.
sucks. It's metallic men. No, thank you. I'm not into that shit. Maybe Dash Attack and the whole panel over there. But as far as it goes with me, I want the Stellar Blade one.
By the way, we do
Perfectly
have some
reasonable.
a solution in the chat for how is it going to work peacefully, and yeah, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, that's pretty much a solution. It is a solution.
It's not a
It's a
humanity
logical,
first.
it's a logical solution if you ask the AI. By the way, I'm one of the guys that when like Grok was still like before based Grok even, I asked Grok to tell me a viable plan for human repopulation in the events of a catastrophic event. Do you know that in order to kind of repopulate the like at least a region to about 100,000 people in about 100 or so years, you need to have basically 800 people. Or
It's
so.
not that difficult. From a practical
And
standpoint,
I'm talking in somewhat realistic environment.
I'm surprised when you asked Grok that question that it didn't just ask, can you let Elon come over and inseminate all your female family members?
exactly.
Because he probably
we need
read
to-
it, but he didn't want to alert me. Or he
we
couldn't
need
find the country that I'm in.
We need to point out this fact, folks. We have to look at things both practically and pragmatically, right? Don't look at the cause, look more so of the effect, and you will derive from it the actual reason for the cause happening, right? All of these technological innovations are for a simple purpose. The people who make them can make more out of less. And that's all the economy boils down to. Let's innovate to the point where we can make more with less. And if you are not useful, you are useless. And like all useless things throughout history, it is isolated, condemned, and destroyed.
I
For the
feel
most
personally
part.
attacked.
Right? And that's why we have to make this clear. We are, as a species, are creating technology that will potentially, right, down the line, it's not right, down the line,
Mhm.
be superior to us in almost every aspect. Now, from an evolutionary standpoint, if there was another species on Earth that was doing that, in the process of doing that, humanity as a whole would unite to exterminate it
Mm-hmm.
from an evolutionary standpoint. But if that same creature was like, but I can give you $10 quadrillion per millisecond, I could make you God on Earth.
Mhm.
That's the difference, folks.
Ye-
That's why they're all rushing towards this. And that is why the Humanity Front is needed now more than ever. Yes, it is from Deus Ex. I'm not a very creative
I-
person. I just nick something from a
I
franchise.
I
So
believe one of the problems with AI is that there are some people responsible for some of the building of some of these things that are very questionable with AI. And I think that personally they have a bit of a fetish for like those apocalyptic movies that we've grown up on, and they just want to see what would happen if it really happened. You
Yeah.
know, like they're just
That-
so
that-
far messed up in their brain, in their own brains. They just like romanticize the idea of the AI taking over and killing as many people as possible and living in that timeline. Like,
Well,
just
to
go
some
play
people-
a Terminator video game and chill. Like stop.
Well, no,
doing
to some
this.
people, these ideas, these movies are real life ideas. Also, oh, so that's
Mhm.
gonna solve my problems with feeding a lot of people.
You know what I think it is, Helzo? It's like the guy working it says, "Oh well, Arnold hasn't come back in time to kill me yet, so I guess it's okay."
Yeah.
Linda Hamilton hasn't come in my house with a shotgun. Like you're gonna make them.
I must be doing the right thing.
You're not Miles Dyson, so you haven't been Miles
Yeah.
Dyson yet.
well, I'll tell you this, folks, right? Because Roger looks either uncomfortable or constipated. I don't know which one. But what do
Nah,
you
it's all
make
good.
of all this, my good man?
Pretty much just how we keep on saying it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they look at if you look at it at a bigger lens, AI in and of itself is just going to completely
Mhm.
screw everything up into the future. They're all looking at a now perspective of, oh, this is going to help us out so much down the line, without actually thinking further down of like, wait a second, this is just going to screw literally all of us up. All of us who advocated for this, we're going to lose our jobs because of this AI. Yet we're the ones that kept on advocating it for so long.
That's the double-edged sword, man. But I'll tell you this,
Exactly.
just to wrap this topic in a bow,
Mhm.
I will support the machine if it helps me get rid of everyone who acts and behaves like Ben Shapiro. We'll do that. We'll do that deal. How about that? We'll
Is
do
that
that deal.
is
Okay?
that because he has a tiny hat?
No, it's because I do not like him. Like
Well,
personally,
in the
him,
future, if you're rich enough, you just might have that opportunity.
right?
Oh boy.
Okay. BB Shapiro. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to the second topic. So speaking of controversy, folks, let's write that down for 46 minutes and 10, no, not 10 seconds. I need more time. 59 seconds. Do you know why I need more time? So I can tell you all to like the stream, share the stream. Donations are always welcome. Check out everyone's channels. The links are in the description down below. Last time I checked, I was only 2 subscribers away from 290, and over the past 48 hours, I've managed to get just over 3,000 views, which doesn't sound like a lot for layman's terms, but when you have less than 300 subs, that's bloody incredible. And not a single short was made to make that possible. I am not shooting up the heroine of content creation, also known as shorts. You might as well take heroin than make a short.
It was nice knowing you.
On that note, speaking of very dangerous things, 2.2 is Epstein files released as redactions face
Oh boy.
backlash. Now, folks, I never thought a DEI document was possible until I saw
Wow.
the fully redacted Epstein file. I wonder if you put it up to a very, very bright light, you could see through the black bar. People used to do that way back. They put it up to the light, and you could see it. Right? Be quiet. Be quiet. Your dog is from Mossad, isn't it, Jose? Okay? It's a spy, evil spy. But yes, the Epstein files have officially been released, folks, and it is the most DEI-based document on planet Earth. It's just black. It's black. It's just black ink everywhere. Everything's black. Okay? Everything's blank and black. Okay? It's absolutely insane. But the thing I found most intriguing about this situation is that some of the pictures were released. And my favorite picture is the one of Jeff with my good pal Kevin Spacey. We all know how much of a big fan I am of Kevin Spacey, folks, because, well, you don't want to be enemies with Kevin Spacey. Anyone who's an enemy of Kevin Spacey just suddenly ends up dead.
Oh boy.
It's
He
very,
learned from
very
the best.
weird.
He learned from Bill and Hillary.
Oh, damn.
In fact, he
Bill and
played a
Bill.
character who was essentially Bill Clinton on House of Cards.
Oh my goodness. And the woman who replaced him was Hillary. Okay? Let's just add this. And look, folks, here's the Epstein files.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Black squares. It looks
Well,
like
to be honest,
everyone's
there
profile
are
on
some
Instagram when
things-
George Floyd died.
Yeah. This is
No.
what you get.
Play it from the
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, this is
Welcome
from the start.
to New Black Street, where we get our black stuff on the regular.
Oh no.
Like this is like promising someone a I don't know, a chocolate cake and giving them a mud pie.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
this
that's
is
DEI in a
laughable.
nutshell.
This is like an insult. This is like a blatant insult to everyone who actually wanted to be honest, not like just the complete honest truth, to see everyone who has been there. Doesn't matter which party, doesn't matter which side, doesn't matter who it is. Just to know every fucking person who has been there, what they're doing, what was happening and stuff like that. And you got 10th of that. Like I personally saw 5-6 pictures of what was it, like Michael Jackson, Bill Clinton and stuff like that, which I'm a little bit far removed from those things because I'm not in the US, but I don't know at what point going to that island was considered problematic, or was it as a whole to be on that island at any point in time? This is something that you have more expertise. I just figured that this is something that we do have to talk about because it is a slap in the face, if for nothing else, but for the transparency and for the right to know, because I think that everyone should know about these things, especially since it's almost a global topic, especially if even half of the allegations half of the accusations are true.
Well, I found a very interesting series of photos, folks, right? I can't really show them on YouTube because one of them contains a dildo harness.
Oh boy.
And a dildo.
Yeah.
So I can't really show that. Yes,
Why you want to show us pictures of Dash Attack's room?
No, I will quote from Rabbit Research, right? And it's translated from German, so it's one of St. Hugo's lot. Because the official page is annoying, here you go. All released Epstein photos for browsing, and one of them is a dildo harness with a pink dildo, among other various
Dildos.
photographs. Very few of them are actually sexual. One of them includes a stethoscope, which is also interesting. I think someone was playing doctor over that island, folks.
Oh boy.
But
Yeah,
I don't want to be Alky John bringing up Bonnie Blue.
Oh
So I'm
boy.
not gonna
Oh boy.
show it, but all sorts of crazy things, folks. All sorts. Okay.
my whole
And
thing
now
is
we're gonna drop Roger right in it because he's starting a new
Yeah.
job in 2026.
Oh,
So
God.
he has to watch what he says. Roger, because your employers are watching, what do you make the Epstein files releasing as redactions face backlash?
Pretty much, it just has to spit in the face of every single person who, let's just bring in the president, because one of the things that he did campaign on was that he was going to be releasing the Epstein files. He made it very transparent that that was one of the big things that he wanted to accomplish. And then here's the thing, though, we are going on almost a year of him being in office, which is which for one thing is really crazy to think. But it's also the fact that it's taken this long for us to see this, because let's not forget, a few months ago they attempted to do that before, and that was a major screw up on so many levels, only for them to come around and do this once again to just literally give us absolutely nothing. It's pretty much spitting in the face of every single person that wanted to have faith that finally we were going to have somebody that was actually going to be completely transparent about everything that they stood for, only to turn out it's like, no, it's just another fucking lie. We wanted to use you to get what it is that we wanted. And that sucks, because that was one of the big reasons that I voted for Trump. Well, one, I didn't want Kamala because fuck her. And it was just the whole thing of, why should I believe you or people in your party when you say you want to do stuff for us if you can't even back up the promises that you stood on during your whole entire campaign further into the future?
That is actually a pretty good thing to say, because having, like, when you say about political promises, especially when these things are driving a campaign, no matter what kind of candidate you are, it's good to honor them. And by the way, on that note, what do you think it would have been better to not release them at all than to release what was released?
Yes, it's insulting.
It would have been better for them to just not even release anything.
Yeah, I'm on the same mind, by the way. I'm on the same mind.
Yeah.
It would be better to just say, okay, sorry guys, it's just there are too many.
Why are you pulling up my house in Minecraft?
Can you be a real estate agent that has to sell this house? So tell me about the people who lived here.
Well, they were great people. They were the greatest people. They were greater than the great of great people. Plus, if you're a fan of a certain country's color scheme, you will love the south and extended basement.
Like, I can like going back into the whole files. Like, I can bring this into like another kind of topic going into pop culture and everything, and that is to deal with George R.R. Martin finally releasing the next book in his series. We know it's not going to happen.
Plot twist: the next book in George R.R. Martin's series is the Epstein Files.
The Stark Files.
Yeah, but
the Lannister.
Like I said, we know it's not going to come out, but he just keeps on saying, don't worry, I'm going to release it. I'm going to release it. I'm going to release it. You fat bastard. You've been working on it for so long that nobody believes
Those are going to be his last words on his deathbed. It's still going to release it.
Dies.
It's like, I would honestly have more respect for you if you just come out and state, look, this is the deal. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't. I will not be able to finish up the book. I hope you can understand. I would have more respect if you were to do that. The same thing with the files, because surely not just people in this country that has like very powerful leanings and whatnot. More than likely, those files will have people, not maybe, will have people that are powerful enough around the world to where
Prince Andrew.
Exactly. If that shit was to get out, that will cause international incidences on a much bigger scale than what we actually comprehend.
And see, Roger, that's why they claim that they don't want to release it. Oh, it'll cause an international incident. But a lot of us are like, I don't care. Stop protecting these people. I don't care what country they're from.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, look, we know that stuff is in there. Just say, look, I know these people are in here, and that's why we can't release it. It's like, at least you're being upfront about it instead of just pulling out the rug from underneath us, say like, oh, we're going to release it. We're going to release it. Oh, no, we're just going to release a bunch of black lines. Fuck you.
Come on, guys. The Epstein files contain weapons of mass destruction.
All right,
okay.
George Bush.
Okay. Oceania has always been at war with East Asia. Okay. The next book in George Martin's project will be the Battle of Epstein Island. Okay. Right. Along with the assault on Area 51 and other nefarious projects. But I will point out that the full disclosure of the Epstein files would have marked a turning point in American history.
I see what you did there.
Indeed. In that the turning point would be in reference to truly being America first and America only, right? Would be for the United States to essentially become Fortress America, folks, right? Fortress America. America first, America only. Screw our old allies. They can go fuck themselves. All of them. I'm talking about all of America's allies, right?
That sounds anti-Semitic, Digny. What do you mean?
I know.
What do you mean America only?
But the point I'm making is that full disclosure, telling America's old allies, go fuck yourselves, would have been a fantastic turning point in the history of the United States, especially on America's 250th birthday. A new age, a new era for America. We will no longer be the world's policeman. We will look after our own land, our own people, and our own interests. And if you stand in the way of any of those things, you are not our friend. You are our enemy, no matter who you are. And then Trump's head would explode in a few months for no particular reason. Just like JFK and Lincoln. And, well, George Washington died of natural causes. But back then, you could die from a sneeze. So that's very interesting.
Maybe someone sneezed on purpose.
Dez is obviously quiet about this because he values his future as a content creator. But if you do have anything to say, Dez, you're more than welcome to.
I just know next to nothing about this stuff. I haven't really been following it. I watched one of the videos from Asmongold on it. And he was just scrolling through a bunch of black bars. And it all just goes back to the thing in the beginning. The thing that bothers me the most about it is a few months ago telling people that there was no list. And and then I don't know how, I think it's one of the most unhealthiest things you can have when it comes to society is you have politicians who are in office, people who you're supposed to trust, blatantly just coming out and giving you this obvious lie, telling you there is no files. It's not even. It's obviously Trump. It's his cabinet. It's his administration, and I think it's just a really unhealthy thing for society when you, as a citizen, know that you're being blatantly lied to. It's going to cause a level of mistrust that's just not going to be repairable. Like, I wouldn't trust anything from that point forward. Like, he was doing really well. He was on a really great run. I'm sure that for the rest of his administration, he's still going to do shit that's good for his people, for the people who voted for him. One of the things I liked seeing was MAGA people coming out and actually calling out the bullshit and going like, no, obviously there is an Epstein list, but but that moment, it's just one of those fucking things. It's kind of like, going on TV and you got one of the politicians, like the guy who was supposed to become vice president, telling you to fucking put tampons in the boys' bathroom. It's like,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like, I cannot take you seriously and I cannot trust what you say, and that's just really unhealthy for people, no matter if they're left, if they're right.
What's the problem, Des? Don't you want to become friends with school shooters? I've seen it.
What the fuck?
He literally
yeah, he
said
said
this.
that. He said he's friends with school shooters during the debate.
Jesus
I
Christ.
spoke to those Sandy Hook parents. I become friends with school shooters. I've seen
struggling
it.
sometimes to believe
First,
the
that he's
US
friends
is
with
a
school
real
shooters, or that he's friends with Somali fraudsters. I mean, this guy.
They're also
Yeah, he's
they're also
sending
people. They're
billions
also
of
people.
dollars to Somali terrorists.
This guy
Yeah.
has some horrible friends. I just have to
He
point
has.
this out.
He has cashew nuts and school shooters, ladies and gentlemen.
Amazing.
But in all seriousness, full disclosure is the way forward. I doubt any of us will see full disclosure in our lifetime. The only time full disclosure is ever revealed for anything
When everybody
is when
on the list is
everyone
dead.
involved is dead. Exactly.
Well, the big problem for me about this is that this is the conservatives snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. There is nothing worse than trying to hide the Epstein logs, and then now the Democrats have something that they can sort of go on and run on and use and hammer home, which they're going to hammer at home. They ignore that Bill Clinton has all these pictures, and everything is to protect Trump. And then if you're helping to protect Trump, you're complicit in it, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to use this to attack JD Vance because they have nothing else. They can't win on policy. They can't win on anything else that they're doing. So they have to have some sort of way to attack the Republican Party, which I don't give a damn about the Republican Party, but I don't like the fact that all these conservatives are dick measuring at Turning Point USA events over who's going to be, I guess, the next top guy. It's stupid. It's lame. And you guys can't even release a file with transparency about these evil, corrupt people that supposedly have a lot of power and influence. And it just shows that the same people still do have power and influence, and those people are Ben Shapiro's favorite people in the whole wide world.
I know, the Yemenis, but I will point out, if you stay in camera for too long, I'm going to get an Amazon driver on you. I know that's not the next topic, but it is the next topic after, okay? What are you looking at? What are you looking at me for? Yeah, I know you can hear me. I'll
I
talk
just want to
louder.
mention
I'll talk
something.
louder.
Something that happened just now, and this is hail to all. The Gamma Ramp just raided us. Hail to all of the Imperium. Hello. And
Hey, everybody.
for the raid, we have bumped the numbers, and hopefully we'll bump some more.
You better be careful, you little pussy, or otherwise I'll turn you into a pair of gloves. So on that note,
I
ladies
didn't
and
know
gentlemen,
that was Daniel Finkelstein's mom.
oh my,
No, that was
God
the Amazon
damn it.
driver's
yeah.
fantasy.
Oh
yeah. The third topic, folks, considering AI is an overarching topic for not only this show but future shows, I'll write that down for solid. I think that's an hour and 6 minutes. Good
Yo,
to see
Slay.
Slay.
Hello, Slay. Thank you very much for the raid. Double raid tonight. Okay, we're doing fine.
How long have we been live?
An hour and approaching 6 minutes.
Okay, good, very good. It's just I can't see the little red thing where it says live. You guys can't see it watching, but we can, and my eyesight's terrible. But the third topic is cancel culture gets weaponized against artificial intelligence in Game Awards backlash. Now, folks, I want to make this clear right here, right now. It is so funny that the Indie Game Awards is getting blowback because of the fact that they
Or a blowback.
essentially banned Expedition 33, and then their replacement got found out to use the same system. The same system
Yeah, but
of
their replacement had something that Expedition 33 didn't have. Nepotism.
Exactly.
That
And
We
the
need
blue
to
hair
like
on the
that.
cover.
yeah. This is
Go
a
ahead.
amazing topic, and I know that we started this show by bashing on AI, and we are bashing AI because
Mhm.
it is something to be worried about,
Mhm.
especially in the near future. However,
Mhm.
as this is something that I mentioned a little bit earlier,
Mhm.
at this point in time,
Mhm.
AI is still human operated. Like it still
Mhm.
operates on human
Mhm.
driven prompts. And it is not AI as a technology currently that you should fear. It is what humans do with it. And what humans do with it is abhorrent most of the time. However, sometimes, and I think we're all a little bit in that, especially with the intro to this show and to the music that we use in our shows and stuff like that.
Mhm.
We do use some AI, and we use it because we use it as a helper. We use it as something to enhance. For instance, I can't draw for shit. I can draw to save my life. I can draw a stick figure badly. I can't even draw a straight line sometimes.
Mhm.
And having a idea in my head and asking AI to manifest that idea is something that would help me. I'm not gonna use that. I'm not gonna deprive an artist of actually doing the finished product. But if I wanna visualize something how it could potentially look and then say to the artist, okay, I want something in this style, it's not going to deprive the artist. It's just going to give him actually a better understanding of what I want, because I'm probably not going to be able to explain it. So Expedition 33 was like, it's important to say something, that Expedition 33 was not under fire until the Game Awards started approaching. Everybody loved it. Everybody adored that game. Nobody was mentioning the fact that in July, they said that they were using some AI. They didn't clarify what, but they were using some AI for their game, nothing for the final product. Come the Game Awards, everybody's already talking that they're gonna sweep the awards. They sweep the I think the what was it, the Malaysian awards or something in East Asia. Like they sweep 6 or 7 awards. Then they sweep the Golden Joystick Awards, and then it was time for the Game Awards. They sweep 9 awards there. Excuse me, sorry, this. All right. I thought I heard this something, and probably he was correcting me about the Game Awards. And suddenly everybody has a problem. First of all, it wasn't an indie game because it was a multi-million dollar project. Well, there isn't a specific price on an indie game, because if you try to put a specific price, you also have to factor in how much expensive AAA games have become, because you have AAA games in the past that cost 40, 50, 60 million. You have AAA games now that cost 300, 400 million. So where is the margin? Anyways, everybody was looking for something to bash on Expedition 33, and finally they found it. So this is from Mashable, and I use Mashable because they're the only article that I found that they actually mentioned that the developers did say in July that they were using AI. Clear Obscure Expedition 33 stripped off Indie Game Awards due to generative AI use. And we will get to the website of the Indie Game Awards, Indie Gay Awards. Yes, that's how I'm going to use them. The Indie Game Awards has stripped their Expedition 33 of both its Game of the Year and Debut Game Awards, citing the role-playing game's use of generative AI. Run by 6-1 Indie, the annual Indie Game Awards aims to highlight excellence in the independent video game development. Titles are eligible for consideration in the Indie Game Awards if their developers are outside the traditional publisher system and were not owned or financially controlled by a major corporation, which kind of weirds me out, because one of the main driving points is that Expedition 32 was financed by Kepler, which in fact it wasn't. They were just partnered with them. Said games also must not have used any generative AI in their development process, which would make them strictly ineligible for nomination. So this is the part where, yes, Expedition 33 did use some generative AI during the early development. A small part of that generative AI did make it into the final game on release upon accident. It was an accident that they just didn't quite quality removed it, and the whole AI that was used was basically just posters and some placeholder images. They didn't affect the nature of the game. They didn't affect any of the mechanics. They were just there visually, and they were patched out somewhat a week later or 5 days later. So
Yeah,
I do
first
find
patch.
it very. I
first hotfix patch.
I do find it very interesting. The criteria required to be an indie game, right? I do find that very interesting because, you know, for a new entity to enter the arena, whether it's a publisher or a developer, right? You look at Microsoft back when they first debuted the Xbox. No one had any bloody idea that they were going to enter the console space. No one, right? It came as a complete shock to everyone involved, mainly because Bill Gates wanted to end his run at Microsoft on a high, and he wanted to do that by hyping a new product, right? With The Rock. So Xbox today literally exists or came to being because Bill Gates was on an ego trip, folks, riding high in his dying years, actually being in charge of Microsoft. But when they were first starting to put games out, right, although they were a major corporation, in terms of finances, yes, they put a lot of money into the original Xbox. It didn't make that much of a profit. In fact, it might not have made a profit at all. But looking at that, you could make the narrative argument at the time that they were, in a sense, a major corporation who were novices in games development and publishing. Are we going to say that Xbox's first foray into gaming was indie gaming upon that basis? Because Microsoft beforehand had no fucking idea how to make or publish games.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up because ultimately the Xbox also came after Microsoft's partnership with Sega Dreamcast, the PlayStation coming after a disintegrated partnership with Nintendo. It's funny how the games companies that actually were just straight up games companies made way for these conglomerate multi-branch companies that are complete a-holes. But I do have to bring up also real quick, guys, that the Indie Game Awards then decided to do giving Obama an award meme by awarding "Sorry We're Closed," which look, you see that you can just tell by the graphics it is a checkbox game. So it's very funny because ironically, a lot of the people who are mad about Clair Obscur Expedition 33 are also all of the crazy checkbox people. And they seem to just be mad about it because these people do what they're told. If one of them doesn't like something, they all don't like something because they operate like a hive mind. And that's what we're seeing here is this degenerative psychosis of these people. And the Indie Game Awards, obviously not too happy with Clair Obscur, but they're like the only ones. I don't know if Get the Milk won. That's, I guess, the $1 million question about the Indie Game Awards. But also, I don't care because Clair Obscur is a great game, and these people can kiss my ass.
It is, but when you said about this game, the developer is Alamode Games. And Alamode Games, and I will be showing this one next because basically the article just says that, and it does touch upon that what we said a bit before. But the Alamode Games, and we're going to the presenters here. Oh wait, is
oh boy,
managed by one C. Bedford, who is here. Alamode Games, and this is, by the way, from what I can tell, an image from the game. Who is also from Alamode Games. They are featured on the indie game developer website. And they're part of the presenters group. Oh my god!
Well, here's the funny thing about it,
what a
Elzo.
coinkydink!
Here's the funny thing about it. Like, part of this, which is very nefarious, is that it has nothing to do with the AI and everything to do with this malignant tumor, C. Bedford, trying to get free publicity for his, her, it, whatever the hell that thing's is, shitty fucking game. That's what it is at the end of the day.
Exactly. And like you are removing a game, and let's not forget that games like Sorry We're Closed were also allegedly using AI, which I would absolutely see that happening because it does look like true AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the nepotism part is amazing because it just showcases how what you said, Obama giving Obama a medal. This is just absolute cringe. It's a good thing, by the way. It's a good thing that this didn't happen. By the way, the middle way, which is something that's creeping me out. I'm gonna remove this because I don't want to see it. Like this is a true cat person. This is not a
It
cat
is,
lady.
ma'am.
Hey,
It's
oh my
ma'am.
goodness.
That cat is
Look
looks
at the
that cat looks
pronouns.
depressed.
The pronouns are it, has, no, and rights.
Yeah.
Oh man, we need Halzo to rescue that cat.
Oh yeah. I we're getting to a lot of rescue cats, but there's also one more thing that because game devs of color, I don't know if you've heard about this very prominent organization that is very tightly close to the Indie Game Awards. I just want to show something that you're going to love. I think these are the presenters. We're the people in that.
Oh boy.
No. I'm got no. Look. No, let's just. We're starting with all of these people. I just want to see like he, they, she, he. They, she, he. How does that work? By the way, how does I need someone more into it. How does it work? How are you a they, a she, and a he? How are you all of it?
Easy, you're retarded.
Yeah, scroll down.
We
Halzo.
can't-
Yeah.
You got to scroll down.
Yeah, like you have he, him, you have they, thems, you have she, they.
Elzo, scroll down.
I am scrolling down for fuck's sake.
Oh,
It's
the
not.
image is
It's
frozen.
not showing up for us.
What the hell?
Oh, there you
There
go.
we go.
There we
go.
go.
No, this is still
Come on.
the actual. Okay, wait. This is being fucked. Yeah, professional streamer moments. Thank you very much.
How
All
the
right,
hell did
this
Silk
is
Song
what
not
happens
win
when
the
you go-
award, by the way? If it wasn't Claire Obscure, how the hell did Silk Song get glossed over completely by these people?
Because
Exactly the
Silk-
same thing.
I can't spell Silk Song. Oh, look, it's a
Because
Atreus. Oh, look,
because
it's
Silk Song
Atreus.
is too successful.
Oh, look, it's
There they
Atreus.
Look at
Why
that.
is Atreus everywhere? Oh, look, there he
By
is
the way,
again, and
by the
again.
way, last time I checked, white is a color. Just so you know.
Last time I checked, black isn't.
Look how long that
Holy
dude's neck
fuck.
is. He's like E.T.
Holy shit, you're
thi-
right.
yeah,
It's
I'm afraid
Ilan
to.
Homar's boyfriend and brother,
Same thing.
sister.
There you have it. Like, it's all wonderful people here. By the way, not to shit on everyone, although probably some of them do. Probably there's some talented people here. I would wager that there are at least several of those people are talented. And yeah, like you have, yeah.
Except that one.
No.
Whoa.
This.
We got some money, guys. Well,
Yeah.
look
Oh,
up.
we do.
Yeah,
I just wanna. This is what caught my attention. This is a guy like probably wanted to, like all pronouns. Just we're doing everything. Just call me whatever the fuck you can call me anything.
Pronouns.
I'll be anything
I'm
you want.
every woman.
I'll be anything you want me to be.
No, look at
What
this.
is
No,
this
you
kind
look
of
at look at the eyes because that tells you just like as soon as she goes into the bathroom, I have permission to go in there too.
The woman next to him looks like Kathy Bates from Misery. I don't know if that's a man or a woman.
Holy shit!
Oh, shit.
That's someone that'll break your legs to make sure you don't escape. All right.
This is fucked. But yeah, before we continue, I just wanna we haven't checked Steam DB for it. You will not be
Yeah, I pulled
disappointed.
it up. I'm sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Sadok. Thank you for the 2. Thank you, Legend. £2, by the way. Woohoo! Good currency. Yeah.
This is the game they thought was better than Claire Obscure with 17
Oh my
people in game.
Wow. What's the max amount of people that's played it?
Let's see
No,
what
look at the tags. Look at the tags. Tags.
Oh, tags.
First tag.
Oh.
Tag.
LGBTQ plus.
Fucking hell.
Oh yeah, there you go. LGBTQ survival horror.
Well,
Let's
yeah, it
see.
is a survival horror when you have to deal with
History.
LGBTQ people.
Where do we have the total player
Go,
rank?
Right there.
A little bit up.
You gotta click on the number. On
that's right.
on the orange number.
On the in game? That's right. Let me click it. It's not loading for some reason.
Go down. I think there's a there should be a. Oh wait, stop.
There
Art?
it is.
Oh
Yeah, there it is.
wow!
All-time peak 254, 13 months ago.
Yeah, definitely a
That means
game of
it's
the
not
year.
even a game from this year,
Yeah.
Data
unless
check.
it released
which,
in
which one's more, this
in
or
early
Dustborn?
access.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That
oh
was 15th of November, 2024. It should be
Oh.
beyond the cutoff.
If you
date.
scroll down a little bit, we might be able to see if it released. Nope, there's no tag over there, so it means that it had its full release at the beginning.
Yep.
Because usually, if it released in early access, then there's a little tag that says the. Oh no, you gotta put max. Gotta click max up there.
Oh, Max
well.
up here.
It
Okay,
did
there
get
we go.
about 50,000 sales.
Okay,
which
there it is. Now
kudos to
hover over
that.
the thing that says release over there. It
Release
says REL.
REL. Let's see.
No, it's right at the beginning of the line up top.
Oh yeah. Friday, November.
Okay,
1st,
there it is. It's not even a game
2024.
from this year. It's from last year.
Steam release.
Wow.
Wow. That's disgusting. I mean that's like the biggest.
Not only are they just shoving away Silk Song, but they're putting a game from last year because some retard didn't make enough sales.
Yeah, they're doing it just because this person fills the check boxes. Essentially, this is literally every kid gets a medal, and this is
Yeah.
someone who cried and threw a tantrum and threw themselves on the floor because their game sucked and didn't win any awards. Couldn't get the attention that Claire Obscure did. Couldn't get the attention Silk Song did. This is a kid who sees a kid with a nicer toy and throws a tantrum about it. Threatens to hold their breath until they get what they want.
And by the way, this is because of the
Jose,
attention.
If these people saw kids, they would they'd be.
I need to pull
They'd
that
be
picture
doing
of Epstein's
something
house
else.
again, don't I?
Oh yeah, but make it with a trans flag.
There you go.
Oh dear. Do you know what's
Oh,
even
boy.
worse, folks? Because we like to keep the show at around 2 hours, but do you know what's even worse than pushing games for Game of the Year that didn't even come out this year? It's stealing people's cats to eat them.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
1
yeah,
hour.
We're at that topic.
24 minutes dead, folks. And yes, I brought this up because I saw
Wording.
this, right? I saw this and I thought to myself, Helzo's an animal lover. I mean, I don't give a fuck one way or the other. I'm just a cold bastard that way. But I thought to myself, damn, this is going to hit people in the feels. And what is
boy.
this topic, folks? It's Amazon's animal cruelty exposed as driver kidnaps and most likely eats a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So
and
I
who's this
wanna.
courtesy from, Helzo?
This is courtesy from you, Digny.
No. Wait. What is this website?
Oh, this is from DiscussThing's.
Thank you.
I
Thank
pulled it
you,
up,
Dex.
yes.
Thank you, Dex, whose last part of your name is too foreign for me to say. But courtesy of Dex, quote, Amazon fires delivery driver who stole customer's cat as police investigate. Now, the
Oh,
whereabouts
no.
of this cat are unknown, which is why I added the part about the guy eating it, because that's one scenario. Another scenario is that he chopped it up to bits for his own amusement. But there are many possibilities, unfortunately, right?
Do you remember when we were told that we were all bigots for they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats?
Yes, I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
when Camel Toe laughed her ass off at that, folks, because our opponents, they're either ignorant or evil. I'm inclined to believe that if they were just evil, we'd all be dead by now, and if they were just all ignorant, we would have won by now. So I'm in two minds about, whether they are one or the other, but I can tell you this. Amazon could get a lot of popular support by doxing this individual.
Oh yeah, it will. Especially throughout Europe, by the way. Especially from what has happened in my country, I have talked a little bit about it before.
Yeah.
We have had people that were part of an international group of how to put it in terms of that YouTube won't ban me. Adult shadow websites that deal with severe bodily harm to animals in a erotic manner. those people were from the next town over. They're still being trialed, but they were connected to a group of people through the subnet, if the one under the regular internet. And subsequently, there were a lot of revelations about users, buyers of those clips, and people who run the servers. So with this thing, this is a hot topic. This is a hot topic.
Yeah, but
and
because it happened recently. But the most interesting aspect of this topic, which I want to really point out to everyone, which was a recent update, is that detectives have since interviewed the driver, who reportedly apologized for taking the cat, right? But declined to tell authorities where the cat is.
Yep.
The cat's name is Piper. Piper remains missing, and the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office is currently considering whether charges will be filed. Now, if this police department wants to gain popular support, you can gain popular support by doxing this individual. Now, usually I wouldn't be in favor of such practices, folks. Yet, considering the circumstances, I think, especially for the animal lovers, I think it's very important.
Well,
go ahead, Jose.
It's funny you mention that, because you got to think about what one of the most popular action franchises in popular culture over the past decade has been. It's John Wick. And the reason why is because the John Wick story is very much that it begins because they decided to kill the man's dog. And what sort of tugs on the heartstrings for people is the fact that if you were to poll the average human being, they don't care if a human being dies in a movie, but they certainly don't want to see a dog or a cat get killed in a film. It does something, or when you read it in a book or see it in media, like I Am Legend, where Will Smith has to suffocate his dog, is a very hard scene to watch. Anytime you're dealing with murdering someone's dog or cat, it's considered beyond egregious, because human beings have the capability to be completely evil. Typically, animals, they have loyalty to their owners. They are part of the family. I lost one of my dogs at the start of the year, and it was very difficult. It is like losing a family member. And I have a cat that I feel bad that he didn't die. He got out, and he doesn't want to come back because he likes being feral more than he likes being indoors. And he just sort of wanders. And I remember I saw him like 3 months later, and I called out to him, and he just looks at me. He's like, "Screw you. I like being out here. I like banging female cats. I'm not coming home ever." He just like took off. But
I wish more humans were like that cat.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, it's when you're dealing with someone's, pet, it's just a whole other can of worms. It's beyond. It's going too far. Whether this man, stole, the animal, whatever happened. It's just you don't mess with someone's pets. It's one of those lines. It's just one of those lines you don't cross. It's a horrible thing to do.
I'll tell it to you like that.
I threatened. By the way, I threatened to shoot someone once because they threatened one of my dogs.
Oh yeah. That's like I would go to any length to protect my animals, and because of something that you said, Jace, animals when they're violent, like when they are violent, they're violent because of a need. They don't just do that. If you see a rabid dog or a very very angry and aggressive dog, let's say, or a cat, it's because they were subjected to trauma. Other than that, they attack or kill or do stuff because of a need, either hunger to protect their territory, to protect their lives. They don't do it out of maliciousness. Human beings do it out of maliciousness, as this person did. And
I'd like to correct that point, because normally I'd agree, but as we saw from the footage, this was done in the most nonchalant way possible. This guy picked up an animal the same way Roger would pick up a sandwich,
which is even worse, because the animal was domesticated and it has used to the kindness of humans, and it basically lost its ability to be suspicious of humans, which it should be.
Exactly.
Which is, by the way, a hard thing for a cat to accomplish. Not many cats do. Dogs are more susceptible to that,
and usually a cat. Usually a cat won't come up to a stranger. It'll come up to someone they know, but not a stranger. Like if I see a cat that doesn't know me, typically they're very hesitant. Even if I have, I happen to give them food or something like a stray or something like that. Cats won't, cats are very, very hard to break out of, the antisocialness, but
and like animals in general, and especially pets, they don't have the capability of protesting or defending themselves. And at the same time, if a dog bites someone, it's put down. If a person bites or cuts someone, it's not. So it's a little bit of a weird situation, and the person can choose not to, but the dog usually has some underlying condition that is happening. Something has happened to make an otherwise domesticated animal, or otherwise some animal that it's not aggressive to a point, to act at a certain point. So in my opinion, these people deserve a lot
Well, I think
of things coming to them.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, Helzo. It's just I think actions. Well, I think actions speak louder than words, and in this instance, what's better than us talking about it? You guys seeing it, and what's better than you guys seeing it? It's you guys seeing a video of it, and that's what we have right here.
We have a video of him stealing the cat.
Oh yeah,
yes.
There is security footage of it happening.
It was caught on camera, and the guy was he was too relaxed about it. That's the key element here, and hopefully you can all see this. Let's see, I can make it bigger. That's fantastic. I'm just going to play it now. Does it have sound? I think it might.
Oh boy!
So he puts the package down. He then notices the animal, and then goes up to it, and then he reaches for it. It resists a little, but then he picks it up like Roger would pick up a sandwich.
Oh wow!
Simple.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
If I had seen that if I was like the owner of the cat and I had seen that,
takes it.
I would be laying in jail right now.
He has cashew head physiognomy too, so that thing that they keep saying that Trump and JD Vance are being hyperbolic about in this country. There you go. He's a California, probably went to California because they're not going to, sanctuary state, they're not going to do anything to get rid of this guy. All right. America is probably not his home. All right. Amazon being a liberal country, giving them, carte blanche over people who live here, who are born here and need jobs. And then he's going to take a cat and do God knows what with it. And by the way, we also do see this, gentlemen. We've seen this in other videos, like in the UK, where people are picking up the swans and the geese, like just casually, and taking them home, because in their culture, all right, and we're racist when we bring it up. In their culture, that's normal behavior because they eat domesticated animals in that part of the world.
Yeah.
It's like if we are walking outside. Sorry, Roger, we're using you as a punching bag for today's show. I do apologize. But say Roger's walking out. Say he's walking outside, right? He's going to I don't know, church. Say he's going to church, right? Say it's a Sunday, and then he sees a giant fucking burger in a pond, right? And it's on a lily pad, so it's not watered down, and then he's like, oh my god, a free meal. He then goes into the pond, right, gets the burger, tries to keep it dry, and then eats the burger. That's the comparison here. Sorry guys, but Somalians see that cat in the same way Roger sees a Big Mac. Okay, that's how they think. That's
not hyperbole. That's actually
it's not
true.
hyperbolic.
I found them.
It's not hyperbolic.
I found it. I found the burger in question.
Hi, guys. And Americans and Europeans need to understand that it's not even a majority of the world's population. It's the vast majority of the world's population sees animals as food or as pests. I mean, the same way we see wasps and ants and things, they see as cats and dogs.
Certain religions also devalue domestic animals, and that's all I'll say about that. It's the one opposite the people with the funny house and the white and blue. The opposite religion. All right.
Indeed. The ones who will stab you in the front instead of stabbing you in the back.
The religion of peace.
that little light bite, that would be a light bite to these people, folks. And I know Des is being quiet because this is a very sensitive topic. But Des, what do you make of Amazon's animal cruelty exposed as driver?
what the fuck? Who the fuck steals a cat? You know, like
A
A
Somali.
hungry person, a hungry.
you know what I mean? Like when I saw.
I'm saying the word person very loosely here, but apparently someone who's hungry in their culture,
Like what the fuck? When I first saw you switch to the topic, and I was like, you know, just kind of one of those things. I don't have much to say. I'm just really puzzled. Like, who the fuck steals a cat? But after seeing the video, it does piss me off because it's like, what are you doing? Why are you scooching down, trying to lure the cat, and then take the fucking cat with you while you're working? Like, I like cats too, but god damn.
The clankers are going to be the next ones to start eating cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put it in and then it gives you money. Oh, you know what? This might be the Horizon Zero Dawn dystopia where the machines need biomass in order to maintain their energy level, so they start eating cats, then people, and then trees.
Yes. And that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to understand. And this runs contrary to American principles, but not all men are created equal. Okay? All right? We need to understand that. You're welcoming people who will eat your cats and dogs, and if they're hungry enough, they'll eat your sons and daughters. And
Not
not
wrong.
that way.
Not wrong. Horrible
I know.
things.
I know. I'm a very
It is what it is, you know. Where people
And
are
this is
different
by the way-
culturally, and there's a big difference between people from certain places who immigrate because they choose to. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna make some money. Gonna send some money home. And then there's what's going on in Europe, which is like you open the fucking doors and you say, "Come on in, everybody."
Exactly, and
Which
that's the thing.
which is a great segue, by the way. To
Cultures cultures are different, but beyond that, this just shows it's not just different; they're incompatible.
Exactly. And I'd like to make one more point before we move on to the next topic, because I have developed somewhat of a reputation for sensationalism, yet no one's ever called me a liar in this space, both before and after my exile, right? Sensationalism's one thing, right? But telling the truth is the priority. These things are happening, and they will continue to happen until people who do these things suffer the consequences. Otherwise, I'll just take your daughter and eat her. Just eat her, because that's the next step after this, folks.
Oh
And
yeah.
yes,
Well, either eat her or marry her by force.
and then eat her. But on that note, and not sexually, as in literally, cannibalism is a staple of one continent, Africa, and a subcontinent, the Middle East. It does happen. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, on to a happier topic, folks. Courtesy of the people who want to stab us in the front rather than the back. I'll just write it down for an hour, 40 minutes, and 20 seconds. Oh, our favorite country, folks. France dims New Year's lights to appease towelheads.
Can you fucking repeat that?
Oh boy.
Yep,
France,
you heard it right, by the way. But
France dims New Year's lights to appease towelheads.
All right, I'm out.
Right?
Oh boy.
Right?
yeah, this is happening, folks.
These people hate Christmas. They hate New Year's. In fact,
We had a similar thing here.
They hate any festival where you eat. So, Roger, you're completely fucked. In fact, Ramadan would do great things to your diet, Roger. I'll tell you that for a fact. Maybe you should become a Muslim, Roger. Okay, get a nice big beard and go on a Ramadan ding dong diet.
Imagine that. A year from now, he rejoins the network and he just comes in like, "Salam alaikum."
This is
Yes,
Des when he
loud
heard this
and
topic. Des when he heard the topic.
It's like nope. It's like nope. Just nope.
Des, your people, the Iberians, specialize in dealing with these people. If you're leaving them, we're all fucked.
Pull out your ancient genes.
Oh boy.
But yeah,
Because
this
it was-
is
Well,
Go for it, go finish it.
I'll lead this,
Okay.
courtesy of the International Business Times, a trending one, because this is appealing to people.
yeah, it's
list
a few
of countries-
days before.
A list of countries that cancelled their New Year's celebrations to keep their citizens safe from towel heads. I cannot say that on a YouTube stream. I can't. Now,
You know
I can
what's
tell you-
funny?
So,
They'll dim the lights to their sensibilities for New Year's, but when you get woken up at 6 a.m. by the call to prayer, they don't say a single damn thing about that.
Oh
No,
no.
because they
you
value
saying
their
that,
life.
and now I'm angry because there was a Scottish video about people playing the bagpipes, not right next to a mosque when the prayer was happening. That was brilliant. I cannot find it for the love of me.
Well, the worst part is Helzo, you can't find the people who did it because they're buried under the jail now.
Yeah,
Indeed.
probably.
Indeed, but I can tell you historically, folks, it was the forces of Castile, Aragon, and Port, the founders of Portugal, as I like to call them, the Ports,
Mhm.
who allied together for hundreds of years to rid Iberia of the Islamic menace. And it was literally a menace for them, 700 years of occupation. And of course, Helzo, the Bulgarians were subjected to 500 years of Islamic Ottoman occupation. Now, we need to understand the context of this situation, right? Appeasement fundamentally doesn't work. It doesn't. Appeasing a population does not work. That's why all of Western governments are sticking their jackboots into people, because they know appeasement doesn't work. Interventionism even doesn't work, as we have seen historically, which is why, looking at this, we all know where it's going to lead, right? It's going to lead to a two-tier system, which is either established or beginning to establish across the Western world. Now, I can tell you this for a fact. If you call to prayer at 6, I'm just going to blare out 100 decibels at 3 o'clock in the morning and see how you fucking like it. Okay? And if you've got a problem with that, well, my religion will be brand new, and it will teach us that anyone who doesn't sound, look, or act like me can go wherever the fuck they want to go, except anywhere near me.
I just hope when that happens in France, they use the Clair Obscur Expedition 33 soundtrack to interrupt the call to prayer.
Literally, the painters cult. Literally, create a cult around Clair Obscur, right? Worship the Nevrons as gods, and use their fighting techniques to liberate your country, France. Literally.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for a duelist to duelist against the towelheads.
They're gonna release the monocles.
My goodness. But I will say,
anyways, the article goes like heightened security concerns and renewed counter-terrorism alerts have reshaped how several countries are making the new year, with some high-profile celebrations cancelled or scaled back as authorities prioritize public safety. One thing that I want to mention is that a few years ago in Germany, there were several incidents on New Year's Eve that were, some of them were sadly fatal, and most of them were, for a lack of a better word, the standards happening to mostly female victims, sadly. But some of them were fatal. And that incident prompted the increased security measures in the first place that are increasing every other year afterwards. This is from, I think it was from 2021, and it has been steadily going worse. We continue. While viral posts online have suggested sweeping nationwide bans, official announcements indicate targeted cancellations of major public events alongside tightened security elsewhere rather than blanket shutdowns. Why New Year's Eve is a security focus? Well, everybody's celebrating. You cannot control a several thousand people of a crowd in a square effectively, and this is a prime hunting ground, if you want to call it like that, to kidnap, to rob, to potentially do worse things to people, and they have happened. This is not coming from a preemptive vision. This is coming from what they have learned from it happening before, because they basically learned their lesson. But the lesson is another lesson to me. You shouldn't have let them in such droves in the first place, because one of the countries, by the way, that doesn't have these problems is Poland. What did Poland do?
To take
Place
it
mines on their border.
Or to take it another level, an actual country that does have a high Muslim population, that doesn't have Islamic terrorism, this doesn't happen in Russia. Russia has quite a sizable Muslim
all
population.
of them are on the battlefield, so that's
that's one way to deal with it, right? You don't.
Well, they don't have many prisoners in prisons anymore either.
I don't blame them. Maybe that's one way we deal with this problem. We just throw this problem at the Russians. And in fact, that's how we solve open borders immigration, folks. We turn the immigrants into conscripts to fight an endless war against the Russian Federation. Now that's regime change I can get behind. You want to invade Venezuela or America? You can do that. You can use all the illegals as conscripts.
You're basically going the South Park movie way.
I want someone to do the Spaceballs method, but instead of Mega Maid vacuuming up all the air, they just vacuum up all the Somalis, all the illegals, and just like shoot them out into space.
Indeed,
yeah, that's one way.
Indeed. Well, space is very black, so they'll be welcome.
Well,
I will make this very clear, though, right? Mm-hmm. We are learning the wrong lessons from this, right? We do not retreat. We do not appease. We do not back down. We push forward, folks. At times of great crisis, hanging on to what makes us who we are is more vital than ever before. You don't give that up just because one guy sends you a Christmas present that really puts the phrase driving home to Christmas into account, okay? Yeah. It's like, let's go to the Christmas market. It's like, okay, we'll go to the Christmas market. What's your gift, Ahmed? Oh, it's this car. Have fun.
Oh, boy. This is basically, speaking of France. France has taken one of the most visible steps this year. Authorities in Paris canceled the traditional live New Year's Eve concert of the Champs-Élysées, a focal point that usually draws hundreds of thousands of people. So imagine what happens when you, as a country, as a city, is forced to protect your citizens and forced to change their traditions, something that everybody gathers around to celebrate collectively, to make them feel a sort of togetherness, to make them feel good, to make them feel, yes, okay, we're here, we're celebrating the end of this year and the start of a new, possibly better year. And now you're being told by the government, well, because there's a risk to your security and we don't want you to get hurt, we're not going to let you do something for fun. Basically, that's what they're saying. But what they're not saying, but what everybody's hearing is, well, we fucked up our main job to protecting our actual citizens, and we let in hundreds of thousands of illegals without any border patrol.
And they failed to integrate them as well.
Exactly.
Yes, we gave them a bunch of money, a bunch of free stuff. We integrated them to the point that we just give them free money. We don't bother them when they sell illegal stuff in Paris. We don't bother them when they abuse and molest people. We are very, very sensitive to their culture, even though they don't give a fuck about our culture and want to turn our country to theirs and want to subjugate us. So yeah, you should stay home because that's the best we can do, and it's not much. That's what they're saying in reality, and that's what Western Europe is currently saying to everybody.
The immigration policy around the entire Western world just needs to change to one simple thing: immigrate or fuck off. Like integrate or fuck off. That's it. If you can't be part of our country and our customs and our culture, if you can't figure out the age-old adage of when in Rome, do as, then get the fuck out. Best of luck to you somewhere
but that's
else.
racist. That's what you're ethnically, like, you're ethnical racist. How like these are minorities. These are what was it? Prosecuted groups. These are
Persecuted. Yeah.
This is the shit that bothers me the most.
No.
Those keywords.
Well, then France must radically change its culture to become the cult of Claire Obscure. We will bask ourselves in the ink of the mighty Claire and the mighty Obscure. Then we will all be inspired by Nevrons and Axons to take back our country while blaring out the music of that game. And if you think that is crazy, quite frankly, the religious bonding of humanity can boil down to: here's a compelling story with a compelling narrative that drives you forward to better yourself. That's all the fucking belief is, folks. It's a story to encourage yourself to be better than who you were. So come on, French guys, put on your berets, play your Expedition 33s, and be the change you want to see. And then Sandfall will be accused of endorsing terrorism.
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you endorse that clanker shit? I'll have you know, Digny, I've got some great news. Not sorry we're closed. Won a Indie Game Award. They have purchased a new studio. This is courtesy of Brock. They will be moving into it to make more very shitty games that only 15 people play.
Based.
Welcome to Well, you've heard of Kojima Productions, folks.
Whoa,
well,
Kojima.
Now there's Epstein Productions.
Okay. Oh boy. Suddenly rated E for everyone has a diabolical new definition.
Oh Lord.
Okay, there's another piece of bad news, folks. Even the Serbians are like,
oh yeah,
we're going to dial it back, right? And this is a country, folks. Serbia is a country in recent history that has taken more than one bloody nose as a result of Western pressure to bend the knee. And even they're like, we're just going to dial it down, right? Even the Serbs are like that now.
It's very crazy when the Serbs, although with the Serbs, they're like a neighbor country, we know that there are a lot of problems with them because they're between the hammer and the anvil. They've been pressured both from the West and from Russia to go either way. And they're basically getting the worst from both worlds because they just don't know what the fuck to do.
Any country that has Albania as its neighbor.
Oh yeah. That's a whole different topic. When they were like we almost had a second Balkan war, like another.
There were
Balkan
so
war.
many Albanians in my apartment complex in the Bronx when I was a kid.
But like, look, Balkans in general are a different breed. Serbians will survive because of what the history here in the whole Eastern Balkans is. But the thing is that when you have so many problems, and now with those threats as well, it's just getting too much. And the whole of Europe is the same. Like, you do have countries like Germany that are, despite all the problems, economically they are much better than like most of the rest of Europe. But in terms of a population, in terms of integrity, in terms of morale, in terms of actually sustaining a viable citizen groups, they're fucked. Every one of these countries, the UK leading the way on every front from recent reports, they're all absolutely fucked because they completely without any fight, apart from Poland, bend the knee. They started in 2013 accepting a mass droves of immigrants that passed through my country, but because we're too poor, we were safe. And they basically they committed seppuku. They basically committed seppuku on themselves, because it's one thing to really integrate immigrants that are the best and the brightest, to have a cultural exchange. If you have a positive cultural exchange that was in the olden times, like bringing knowledge that is unique from other lands, which is how things got around in the past, that's one thing. But now all you're getting is people who only demand things, who only want things, who only think that they're entitled to things, but they do not contribute to anything in your country, but deprive it of everything it actually stands for. And this is a problem that before the decade is over is going to become, in my opinion, a military problem.
It's going to be a massive problem. I mean, you look at Germany, especially, folks. Well, the majority of Germany, in terms of its landmass, is not originally German. In fact, the vast majority, well, not the vast majority, but the biggest majority of original German land is now in the hands of Poland and Russia, right? How can you stay true to yourself if the core of the territory that made Germany, which is Prussia, is no longer German? So, in a sense, if Germany wants to get a spine, it needs to take its territory back from Poland and fucking Russia. So, no wonder they're like, we're bringing conscription back. Talk about make Germany great again, folks. How can you be German unless you have German land that made Germany German? And I once said to an American, right, who founded Germany? It was Prussia. And he thought that was a fake country. You people are fucking idiots.
Well, the thing about territories is that, well, depending on how it happened, like, because I can speak on behalf of Bulgarians, that we had half of our lands cut away with a certain treaty that was signed a couple of centuries ago, and we ended up with two confused neighbors that don't know that they're us. But in a weird sense is that no matter what, you need to stand by what you have, and Western Europe does not. Like, you cannot allow, like, and the thought process is very weird on the people who make these decisions. What exactly do you think you're getting? And I know that the people who made those decisions are getting something out of it, because nobody in their right mind is going to do something like this which is fully detrimental to them. Well, the bad thing is that the people of that country are not getting anything for it. They're
here's
getting
the
only
thing.
the negatives.
Here's the thing, Helzo. It goes back to what we, everything comes full circle and it's all connected. It goes back to something we talked about at the beginning of the show about how do you get rid of 80 billion people and get it down. The reason that a lot of these people are okay with all this, migration and everything else is very, very simple. It's elimination, because it's not in my backyard, because the people making these decisions don't have to live with these people. They don't have to live with the consequences. It certainly doesn't affect them directly. And what happens is, because of the fact that they are corrupt, they keep getting voted back in over and over again in any country that has a vote. And what will happen is, once they've sort of gotten rid of everyone they want to get rid of, and it's just all brown where they're at, they'll just drop a bomb or two and get rid of them too, and start all over again. Or 15-minute city, K-go.
Or the system is not broken; it's designed that way.
Exactly. Just to wrap up the final topic, inconvenient, useful people will be replaced by convenient, useful people, who will then be replaced by robots who will not complain.
Yeah.
So basically, we will all be replaced by foreigners, and then the foreigners will be replaced by robots, and then there will be no people left.
Exactly.
So on that note, because Jose's like, he's getting the call. He's like, I know the dog Mossad agents. Like, stop it! Stop it! Stop talking.
That just might be an Amazon worker trying to kidnap my pets.
Oh my goodness! Jose has a very interesting story about one of his pets going rogue and him having to get out of the bath folks.
Yeah.
Go outside, folks.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
exactly. That was a fun time. Having to chase my dog naked in the middle of the night, cold ass night, while he tries to attack another dog.
And then I capture it on CCTV, and I'm like, naked man tries to get a dog, and it becomes a massive news story because I'm an egregious
Yeah, now Ki Jong
journalist.
plays
boy.
it and it gets banned.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Future plans, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours, a minute, and 15 seconds. We're going to start off with Roger. What are your future plans?
Future plans is that aside from starting my new job at the beginning of the year and how that's going to affect how I go about with content creation going forward, but other than that, tonight we'll be streaming over on the Rustic Rollers channel, playing some D&D. Yeah, just gonna go and have some fun, roll some dice, and see what in the world we can get up to.
Mm-hmm.
What he means is he's eating a cheeseburger.
I've already done 8. I won't have to eat for another hour.
Right.
You done 8 cheeseburgers or did you eat?
Yes.
That's why
Best
you're
answer.
worthy of the
Based.
name
That is-
Roger
yeah, that is the
eating a
answer.
cheeseburger. So there you go. There you go. I better change that back because you might go on another show and it stays on there. So it's country, because that happened to me once, right? A country time pop. There we go.
Mhm.
That's better.
Mhm.
Okay, what about you, Jose? What are your future plans?
Same initials as my show, Cancel This Podcast, which you can find on Rumble. We'll be playing Octopath Traveler 0 tonight. Made a nice thumbnail for it because I don't use clanker ass AI to make my thumbnails, by the way. Nobody appreciates my thumbnails. But yeah, so we'll be doing that as well. We'll be playing that. And then tomorrow, which is very interesting, Digny will be quite occupied with my co-host John as they bring us Happy Hour Festivus edition. If y'all know the Seinfeld reference, y'all know. So it is 12:23. It is Festivus, and I'm sure that they will begin with the airing of grievances because John's got a lot of problems with you people, and now you're gonna hear about them. And by people, I mean Candace Owens, because I'm sure he's got something else to say about her. He always does.
I'm going to defend Candace Owens because she went after Ben Shapiro.
Oh boy, Digny's stirring the nest quick, guys. I didn't think that would happen. The sky is falling.
Okay.
Place your bets. Play the lottery now. Just don't get struck by lightning. And there will be no Cancel This Podcast this week because it's Christmas. But I'll probably be doing something on stream later that evening because I have no fucking life. So be sure to check it out. Cancel This Podcast is on rumble.com/Cancel This Podcast. We are too crude for YouTube, and I don't like the clankers that currently run YouTube, so I'm better off there. And this way, I don't have to be replaced by a cartoon by running afoul of their automated systems over here, and I can show up on various panel shows throughout the week.
Candace and Erica, their 4.5-hour conversation was solely to do with stopping Ben Shapiro. They're all going to go after him.
I just realized when you said Candace and Erica that at some point the AI is going to make a Rule 34 of them both, and that's going to be a very awkward moment for us all.
No.
Look, now you've said it, and now it exists officially.
It
already
exists in the
exists.
algorithm.
There we go.
YouTube's going to make an inspiration thumbnail out of it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But apparently the algorithm
it exists.
It does? Where? Let's have a look.
I think no.
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 But what about you, Des, CEO of being late with every video? Well, you wouldn't be if you had a show and cupped up all that show into videos now, would you?
Yeah, but then the videos wouldn't be videos.
But go on. Future plans. Go on.
Oh, I got nothing. 0. If nothing happens, I plan on doing just nothing. I'm just going to be playing some older not older games from this year, and hoping to make a list so that I can do the whole, top this, top that, hopefully before the year is out. If not, then maybe in the first week of January, and that's about it. If some crazy shit happens, then maybe. I mean, I was already planning on doing that, but then this whole thing with Expedition happened, so I made videos on that. Otherwise, that's what I've been doing.
Good. Very good. My future plans are to make at least 20 videos to carry us over the Christmas week. Last time I checked, I was only one subscriber away from 290, and I appreciate everyone's support in supporting me and supporting the network as a whole. Fingers crossed everyone will have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because I don't know if we're going to do a show next Monday, because it is in the Christmas to New Year vacuum, as it were. But we appreciate everyone for being around and for being about. Looking through it, I've got so much material to make. It is ridiculous. Why are you full screening me? Don't do
I
that.
want everybody
Don't-
to see the beauty of your beard.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Now, folks, as much as I've been criticizing the cashew heads as of late, a towel head did make this for me.
Oh boy.
So that's
You got a
that'd
nose.
be very interesting. Be nice to have that for 2026. But yes, our good friend Saberpath or
Dr.
Saberpath,
Jekyll.
also known as Mustafa Al Hassani, made this for me, and I'm very grateful.
He is my
to,
second favorite Muslim behind the Saudi prince, and I'm saying that in hopes
Yeah.
the Saudi prince cuts me a check.
Yes, indeed. And speaking of cutting checks, ladies and gentlemen,
You need to commission the
Helzo
other
is-
version. You need to
What's that?
commission the other version from Saberpath.
Oh
Other
yeah,
version.
Yeah, you know, the one they
The
like
funny-
to
the
use
funny
every
hat-
now
the
and
funny
then.
hat.
The one that
funny
sounds
hat
like this.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Well, I don't want there to be any misunderstanding between us, because
Oh,
I've
yeah, you
already
can't
grown
commission
up
that.
one
Yeah, yeah, true.
community. Never mind two. Okay, don't want to cross wires. But what about you, Hel?
Explosive
What about you?
wires.
Yeah, red and blue. Which one do I cut? But what about you, Helza? What are your future plans?
Well, my future plans for this week are very rampant. I do need to kind of do some work tomorrow. It's out today because I'm still at work. Then I need to prepare for some Christmas Eve cooking. Afterwards, I have nothing almost for the next entire day. But on 26th, I do have a radio appearance with the band on the national radio that is going to be aired on after midnight on the 1st of January. And in between that, I'll just try to either stream or make some videos. I need to transfer all my files from the old PC to the new PC because I don't have anything on this machine. And that's pretty much it. Just gonna try to do whatever I can to pull out some good content on it. Other than that, we do have the upcoming Christmas donation, which is going to be kind of a unique one, as well as it was a few months ago when I helped a certain big time smashing YouTuber with a game donation, and they gave back a lot with donating to a very nice animal shelter. So this time is going to be pretty much the same in the following days. Other than that, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm very thankful, by the way, to Saint Hugo for the €5 and for Mr. Saddle for the £2. Thank you very much. You know that all super chats and memberships go towards the channel, but also they go towards homeless animals and animals in shelters, because we do not steal cats. We find them homes, ladies and gents.
Don't forget to transfer the corn to the new PC.
Oh, yeah.
And also,
That's the first thing that's
my
gonna
charity. Support my charity, the CCP Foundation, the Cooking Chats Party Foundation, where you can feed starving children in China with certain things. So there you go. Please wrap
On
up
that
the show,
note-
Helzo, before
that-
I say I'll do something insane.
I was contemplating on hitting a certain button on your avatar. But on that note, thank you very much for watching this episode just before Christmas. To the chat and to the panel, I do hope you have a wonderful Christmas celebration, a whole set of holidays. Don't eat too much, don't drink too much, have a wonderful time, get all the presents that you want, and basically have a positive, relaxing time. We do need it because 2026 is coming. We don't know what's happening. I just know one thing. I haven't seen one Instagram story when a girl says 2026 is going to be my year. Everybody is scared shitless of the next year. So let us have the best time we can before everything inevitably, allegedly falls apart. Thank you, chat. Thank you, panel. Thank you very much. See you next time. Wave.
Bye.
Smile and wave.
Merry
boys.